The next morning, Jide could hardly sleep. The bag of money sat on the floor, taunting him. He hadn't touched it since he brought it home, but its presence was overwhelming. Who did this money belong to? What if someone was looking for it? Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. His heart jumped into his throat. Was it the police? Jide took a deep breath and opened the door slightly. It was his neighbor, Sod, holding a bowl of rice she had prepared for him. "Morning, Jide. You look like you've seen a ghost," she laughed, handing him the bowl. He forced a smile. "Just tired, that's all." As soon as she left, Jide locked the door and returned to the bag. He counted the money. It was more than enough to change his life, thousands of dollars to naira. He could move out of his small apartment, start a business, or even leave the country. But something didn't feel right. He hadn't earned this money, and he knew someone, somewhere, would want it back. Days passed, and Jide became more paranoid. He started seeing unfamiliar faces in the neighborhood, men in black cars who seemed to be watching him. One evening, as he made his way home, a black SUV slowed down beside him. The window rolled down, and a man with a deep scar across his face peered out. "Looking for something, Jide?" the man asked, his voice cold. Jide's blood ran cold. How did they know his name? Jide didn't respond. He quickly turned and ran down a side street, his heart pounding in his chest. His mind raced as he dodged between market stalls and ducked into alleys, trying to lose the car. It was clear now, the money belonged to dangerous people, and they wanted it back. That night, Jide packed a small bag with his belongings and left his apartment. He couldn't stay in Lagos. He needed to disappear, and fast. With the money still tucked under his arm, he caught a bus heading to Ibadan, hoping the big city would swallow him up and keep him safe. For a while, it worked. Jide found a cheap hotel and kept a low profile. But the money was burning a hole in his soul. Every time he used it, he felt eyes on him. Every time he stepped outside, he feared he'd be caught. The man with the black car weren't far behind, he could feel it. One evening, as he sat in his room, the TV flickering in the background, the power went out. The room plunged into darkness. At first, Jide thought it was just another blackout, common in the city. But then, there was a knock at the door, a slow, deliberate knock. His hands trembled as he reached for the door handle. Stay tuned for more. The next part will be more interesting. Click on the subscribe and the notification button for more of you are yet to subscribe. We have more stories packaged for your enjoyment on our channel. Emittals.